Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Wednesday, my friends, we're here. Here we go. Blackout Wednesday, whatever you want to call it, the eve of Thanksgiving, and we are ready for it here at RiverBender.com. I hope you guys are getting prepared for all of your Thanksgiving festivities and having a good old time with it. I'm starting to sound better. Day by day, we're getting there. Progress. Hey, we got a good show for you guys today. Going to be talking in a couple of minutes to Freezin For Funds. And then at 10:10, going to be talking to Shakespeare's festival in St. Louis. They're doing a remix of the Christmas Carol, which is going to be really cool. And then at 10:30, we're going to be talking to Lacy McDonald. So a busy show, and we're going to get right to it. And then I'm going to keep my Wednesday moving. How about that? Hey, we'll take you to top of the hour news now. Here's what you need to know. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update and join myself and 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week, even on Saturdays too, with around the Riverbend. We'll take you to Wood River first. A 45-year-old man from Huntsville, Illinois, has been charged with burglary following a break-in at Pride Fitness in Wood River. The incident was reported to the Wood River Police Department on November the 12th. The gym owner discovered the break-in before opening for business. After investigating multiple leads, police apprehended Stephen Kuklinski in Belleville on November the 27th. He was taken into custody and is set to be transferred to Madison County Jail. Wood River Police Chief Brad Wells praised the collaborative effort of local law enforcement in solving this case. Also in the news today, a 31-year-old woman from Edwardsville, Danielle Hendelang, has been charged with forgery after attempting to pass a bad check for $950 at Schwegel's Market in Alton on October the 22nd. Here's what we know. This incident marks the fourth case of forgery at the market since November of last year. Previous cases include an Edwardsville woman writing a bad check for over $1,500 and another individual attempting to pass checks totaling nearly $10,000. Hendelang had been granted pretrial release, and it's important to note, as always, that all charges based upon probable cause and are no indications of guilt. 3 Granite City residents, Christopher W. Jones, Heather R. Jones, and Heather R. Blake, have been charged with mob action, a Class 4 felony, in separate but related cases. Here's what we know on this. Christopher Jones faces additional counts of aggravated battery after allegedly inflicting severe injuries on a victim, including a concussion and head laceration during an altercation that took place on October the 28th. Authorities report that all 3 individuals acted together in the incident. The Granite City Police Department has presented these cases, and the trio granted pretrial release with charges that do reflect probable cause. Also in the news today, the St. Louis Blues organization has expressed support for 16-year-old Colin Brown, critically injured by a stray bullet on November the 23rd. We were reporting on this yesterday while returning from a hockey game. Brown, who plays for CBC and the Alton Americans, is currently hospitalized in critical but stable condition. The local hockey community has united in support, with rival teams showing compassion during this difficult time. Players observed 72 seconds of silence in his honor, 72 being his number, and a public prayer vigil was held in solidarity. The community remains hopeful for Colin's recovery as investigations into the incident continue. It's that time of the year again. The Illinois State Police Troop 8 did conduct roadside safety checks in Madison and St. Clair counties this November, and it did result in 87 citations and arrests. Wow. Captain Casey Farrow reported 5 DUIs alongside 21 occupant restraint offenses, 39 registration issues, and 44 for driver's license violations, along with 11 for simple insurance infractions. Officers also issued 49 written warnings emphasizing the importance of these checks. Captain Farrow stated that they aim to enhance road safety by removing those dangerous DUI offenders. The initiative is particularly crucial as alcohol and drug-impaired driving contribute to over 47% of fatal crashes in Illinois. If you're going out tonight, a designated driver or find a ride-sharing app and make sure you're keeping yourself and your loved ones safe. Detectives also from the St. Louis County Police Department are investigating a homicide that did occur on Cedar Bluff Drive, resulting in the death of an adult male. Police officers responded to a welfare check on Tuesday afternoon and found the victim suffering from injuries inside the residence. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. Authorities have taken a person of interest into custody as part of this ongoing investigation. However, the police have urged anyone with information to contact them at 636-529-8210 or to reach out to Crime Stoppers at 1-866-371-TIPS. Tips can remain anonymous and potential rewards are available. Back here in local news, the city of Alton is poised to invest $200,000 for the replacement of a bridge on Pebble Creek Drive, located off of Humbert Road. The bridge, a 47.5-foot superstructure, spans Black Creek in the area. The Committee of the Whole recently approved an engineering services agreement to prepare plans for the bridge's replacement and oversee its construction. The total cost for engineering and construction work is approximately $195,735. Both the resolution and the agreement are set for final approval during City Council, which was held yesterday, and I believe they did approve it. My apologies on that. We forgot to update that news story this morning. We'll have an update for you here in a couple of minutes. And then finally in the news today, Amy Ferguson, dedicated reading teacher at Edwardsville Community Unit School District Number 7, has been honored with the Emerson Excellence in Teaching Award. With 34 years of experience, Ferguson teaches kindergarten through second grade at Hamel and Midway and is among 100 educators that are recognized in the greater St. Louis area. Her principal praised her unwavering passion for teaching and her impact on students and families. As Ferguson approaches retirement at the end of the year, she expresses gratitude for her colleagues and reflects on the joys of nurturing young readers. And at 9:14, that's what's happening around the Riverbend. Let's take a look at weather, shall we? 42 degrees. It's warmer than yesterday, I think, out there. Considerable cloudiness today, this morning, and a shower in spots, followed by a little bit of rain this afternoon. And then tonight, overcast with periods of rain this evening. It will become breezy later on, humidity at 72%. The sun rose today at 6:57, will set at 4:40. And let's take a look at air quality. Overall, it's at 51, which is moderate. And the only thing to take note of is the mold count, which is very high today. So if you're having issues, that could be why. 75% chance of rain throughout the day. A high of 44 degrees awaits us this afternoon. And we head into Thanksgiving Thursday with a low of 30 degrees on Thursday, a high of 39 and a low of 24. But over the next 3 days, this is where it gets cold, folks. And if you know somebody in need or see somebody, the overnight warming locations should be activated, I would assume, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, a temperature, high temperature of 35, a low of 21. On Saturday, a 65% chance of our first snow of the fall and winter, a high of 30 degrees and a low of 17. And then on Sunday, a high of only 32 and a low of 16 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days, but here's what's happening now at 9:15. It's 42 degrees, partly sunny in downtown Alton. And for time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. You can also stay up to date real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com /weather. All right, before we take a quick break, let's talk some business here. You're getting ready to go to Thanksgiving, and you've heard me make this live read for 2 days, and I'm going to make it 3 because a three-peat's good, my friends. Listen, survive the in-laws by going to Village Dispensary. Listen, gone are the days where you got to put a little bit of Jack and Coke or whatever you got to get in your mixed drink to get you through that, kind of mother-in-law, father-in-law, the cousin that's a problem, you name it. You're just trying to get through Thanksgiving being cordial. You don't have to worry about that no more with the hangover the next day. Just go to Village Dispensary. Go find one of their huge deals right now because it's Green Wednesday. This is like the Black Friday for dispensaries, and you can go in and save big at Village. I mean, these Green Week specials are huge. You're seeing them on your screen where you can save up to 40% off on your order. Listen, everyday special when you go into Village Dispensary. I mean, come on, man. You can go in there and get a pre-roll for under $15. You can get edibles for under $5. Tell me that dispensaries are expensive. I'm still waiting. And you know what I like about Village? They're all about being in the community. Those canned food drives and all the amazing work they do with that, plus just being there for you and helping you get educated every step of the way. Listen, the political questions are going to come up tomorrow. We all know what's going to happen once the wine starts getting poured. So prepare yourself. Pop an edible from Village Dispensary, and when you go today, when you pick up your order, don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way because it's a joint effort. Go to villagedispo.com, place your order, and we'll see you over there.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407. Or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I just lose control down to my very soul. I get a
So I'm a little bummed out. I gave an awesome live read for Village Dispensary, but Facebook didn't pick it up. I'm kind of bummed. I put a lot of creativity into that. I said survive the in-laws without the hangover. Was really doing a good job. Happens. All right, coming up in 2025, right around the corner. That's wild to say. Freezin For Funds back again. Cami, Mark.
Again.
How are we doing?
We're excited.
Are you ready for break?
Oh, I'm always ready. Yes, for sure.
And this is such a really great event, and always great to see all of you guys coming together for it. And this year, how are things looking?
Really good. We're starting to get all of our sponsors back, which is awesome. It's $250 to be a sponsor. All the money goes towards your favorite charity. We've created a brand new website to make it even better than last year. So Mark's going to talk a little bit about that. But just to kind of fill everybody in on the event, it's going to be January 4th, 2025. Real excited. Still going to be at the Village of Godfrey. They've been awesome to always let us have the event there. And it's so fun. I mean, the firefighters come out, the EMTs, it's a great practice. We hope the water's not freezing this year where they have to break the ice, but it is cold, but we like going in.
Did you have to break it up last year?
Not last year, but
Oh, there you go.
So this is our third event. So, we had a lot of people come out last year, and it's really nice because it's growing. It's not just, Alton anymore. We've got people from all over the cities in the metro area, so we're really excited about just expanding that again.
Well, and honestly, I can see this just continuing to grow. I mean, honestly, exponentially. And Mark, I got to just take you right to the website here. Sure. I mean, this is pretty good here. Let's walk people through the new and improved worldwideweb.freezingforfunds.com. Look at this. We can donate right away. Yeah. I love this option.
Yeah, as soon as you come to the website, it gives you a little bit of background down below about how it all started. But right there is front and center. You can do one of three things. You can donate. If you don't want to participate, you can just say, hey, I want to give $50 or whatever, and you don't.
5,000.
We'll take it.
That too. Yep. I mean, we'd probably do something special if you're going to do that. But so you can just go in and donate any amount you want, and then the second section is participant, and that gets you a shirt, and you're able to jump in the water if you so choose. You don't have to, but you still get the shirt. That's $35. And then, as Cami mentioned earlier, to be a sponsor, it's $250, and that gets you 2 shirts. Gets your name on the back of the shirts that are given out, and it gets you your logo on the website and the Facebook page.
Well, I like how easy it is just to sign up for everything. I mean, honestly, it's just a click of a button. Look at that. Takes you right there. Yeah. There's your participant. Choose a shirt. Do you have a schmedium?
Schmedium? Yeah, that's an extra $5.
An extra $5.
We're going to charge you.
But I really good stuff already.
Well, and this year on the website, you can take credit cards. We can do all kinds of different stuff.
Oh, so really cool.
It's not just PayPal or whatever we did last year.
And now, was Freezin For Funds a 501c3 today?
It is not at this point.
Not at this point.
Not yet.
Not yet, but we're getting there.
We're thinking about it.
We're creeping. And it honestly doesn't matter because I love the way that the selection of the charities made too. I think that's really fun.
Nice.
And for the people that don't know, maybe they're just learning about the event for the first time, how does that get chosen?
So here's what happens. If you sign up to be a participant, which is $35, you get your shirt, and then in the notes section, you can pick which charity you'd like your money to go to. We don't care what charity. We're just going to cut a check to the charity after the event's over. We actually have the mayor draw it. If you're a sponsor, you get to pick more than one charity, so that when you're a sponsor, you get to pick more than two. And then we will put them into a raffle basket. And so once the event is over and everybody gets warmed up out of the water, the mayor from the Village of Godfrey, Mike McCormick, will come out and he'll grab the ticket, and the winning ticket is who we write the check to.
And you have to be a legit charity.
Okay, I was very. There is a local media hosted, radio Riverbender radio charities. You know, that would have been a good one. Now with the fire department and all that, how long does it take for them to help you get set up that day?
They're there probably about an hour before we are. We're starting at 10 a.m. and they probably get there about 9. If they're going to do their water rescue exercises, sometimes they're a little before.
Okay.
And Chris Sikra, who the Village of Godfrey is kind of runs the whole show that morning, that they're for the EMTs and everything to just be there. They get it all prepared for us. And in the past, they've even had sand brought in, so it's an easy walk-in. Also, we have a warming van there donated from the YWCA, so if people are cold. We also will have Shivers again selling coffee this year, and Dukes are going to provide donuts for us that morning. So hey,
you're good to go.
It's just fun to come out and
They're not selling coffee, are they?
They sell coffee.
Okay.
They sell coffee.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's going to be a good time. We always have fun. Like I said, you do not have to jump in the water. We're just trying to raise money for somebody in our community. The last couple times, the first winner we had was Alton Athletic Association, and we gave them over $3,000.
That's incredible.
And then we had to skip a year, and then we brought it back last year. And last year, the YWCA won, and we gave them over $7,000. So our goal would be, obviously, to hopefully beat that. So we need everybody to log on and try to get their sponsorship or their self-participating.
And real quick, to get back to the fire department, I assume they're going to do it this year, but the reason they get there early is so they can practice water rescues in the pond, in the lake beforehand. So it's kind of cool to get there early and watch them do that. Yeah, it's really cool. And then they stand by in case somebody freezes to death in the water and they'll pull them out or whatever.
Man,
Don't say it.
I freeze at 56,
Right,
you know.
I
But I think it's really cool to see like the collaboration going in there because it takes a lot to get that area prepped. I'm sure with getting the fish hooks and all that stuff. That
Which reminds me, make sure you wear shoes.
Yes.
Oh,
when you go
God,
into the lake.
Yes.
And honestly, your shoes might get a little stuck because it is muddy when you're kind of going in, and there's a lot of people trampling in. So
my feet
just
got
make
stuck
sure you
last
wear.
year.
Yeah, I remember that's why I was bringing it up.
Get my feet out of there.
Yeah, so bring something that's protective, but yet you don't really care too much about. And as my daughter said, Mom, you wore white last year. That was probably not the best pick for you, but I don't really go all the way in. I have people that will actually put their head under the water in the past, and I'm like, they are brave souls because I could never do that. So I go about halfway. Things are good. I at least do it, you know.
No, thank you.
No, I went up to like upper thighs, and that's as far
CJ,
as
you
I
doing it
went.
this year?
I will be in the water this year. Now, I will not go shoulders deep. I will tell you that. It'll be a very brisk walk.
Don't blame me.
But I'll get it done.
I just want to call out some of the people that have helped along the way.
God, yeah. Do whatever you want.
It all started a few years ago. We were at Craig Lombardi's pool for a reunion, actually, recap of the 1986 reunion. And so there were 4 of us that kind of got into it. Craig Lombardi, myself, Cami Beaber Giertz, and Trisha Deanne Perks. And we were talking and we're like, we should do something fun. And then Tawnya Hooper was there too. And we're like, yeah, let's do something fun that we can give back. So we have a really good class of Alton High in 1986. So we always do a lot of things together, reunions and everything. But we didn't want to just make it about our class. We wanted to include all classes and then beyond. So just not Alton High, but Marquette, Jerseyville, Brighton, Southwestern, whoever, Metro East. We even went to St. Louis last year and put it on TV and the radio and everything. So we kind of started the idea, what could we do to give back? And so we just started, hey, have you ever done a polar plunge? I mean, it was 100 and some out when we were thinking about this. So we were like, oh, we need something,
Sounds great.
you know.
Yeah, it was perfect.
So they're like, have you ever done one? I'm like, no, I've never done one, but let's do something like it. So that's kind of how the whole thing got started. And we've added a few people along the way. Mark's an expert at websites and phones. I'm always asking him how to do things. So Mark Haynes came on. And
Class
then Shane,
88.
yeah, he's the only one, class
I'm
88. And then Shane Calhoun has been helping us with the Facebook site. And also in the past, we've had Mindy Allred and Cara Bernay. They've always been helpful about giving out our shirts the day of, and even other people have been willing to help us. We've had Amy Lombardi did the music a few years ago. So we just start collecting people as we go.
Well, and it's a true community event. And I mean, it really
Absolutely.
is. And I think you guys do such a good job with it. Now, this year, when we do music, can you have some of that, like, Rocky or like some inspirational music, so that way when you're
Vanilla Ice at one point.
you're trudging out of the mud,
yeah.
you know, you can feel like you're overcoming everything too.
Yeah,
oh man, that'd be empowering.
One thing she mentioned that we didn't cover earlier is the shirt pickup is the day before.
Yeah, January 3rd on the web. Where's and shirt pickup?
Right at the Village.
Village.
Oh, nice.
What is that room called?
I don't know. It's like their Civic Center part or whatever. It's the side door when you go in. It's a big room.
Down the road, right past Walmart. You can't.
You got it.
Yeah, you can't miss it. And you guys have a moment to stick around, take a quick break?
Sure.
I got to pay a quick bill here. Let me fill you in on Hainer Library. Coming up in just a couple of days, in December the 7th, they're having their local author book fair. Listen, Christmas is coming around the corner, and think about this. At the local author book fair, you can get local books, local wares, and also have them wrapped at the Alton Community Service League's wrapping station while you're going to JCPenney and all that other stuff, too. You know, at Hainer Library, you don't just get books, you get more than that. Ad-free, for free streaming with Biblio Plus, because Netflix is ridiculously priced. And who wants to watch an old guy fight an idiot YouTuber? You know what I'm saying? Listen, Hainer Library's there for you every step of the way. HainerLibrary.org, and don't forget to tell them CJ sent you over their way.
You are invited to this year's Christmas concert at River Church. There are 4 amazing performances for you to choose from. All of heaven's coming down, fill the earth with a sound of the name. Come and see why so many people make this a part of their yearly Christmas tradition.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I'll tell you once more before I get off the floor. Don't bring me down. You wanna stay out with your friends.
Welcome back. 9:34, a little bit of change. Coming back, Blackout Wednesday. You know, I don't go out on the amateur.
I was going to ask
I'm too old now.
See, I never have been the Blackout Wednesday person. I always stay away because, you know, I felt like at the time I was a professional, you know, and the older I'm getting, I'm starting to realize I was never, you know. Yeah. No, getting back to Freezin For Funds, really important to bring up the deadline for getting your T-shirt orders.
December 20th is the deadline to sign up and get guaranteed a T-shirt. You can still sign up anytime after that and possibly get a T-shirt, but we can't guarantee it. So it's December 20th.
Well, and I like them because are they all long sleeve too?
Yeah.
They're going to be black this year.
I like that. I'm a long sleeve T-shirt person because I like to roll them up anyway. You know.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that the back of it's full of sponsors.
Yes.
Who are your sponsors?
So this year we've already got some repeats. Reisters are
Good
back
for
in.
you.
We got Jen Mechanical. We got Ryan Bemis Family Chiropractic. We've got Fast Eddie's Bon Air, Loading Dock. We've got Shivers coming back. We have Duke's Bakery. We have, did I say Jen Mechanical yet?
Yep.
We have Mike Fanistock, State Farm. I'm trying to think who else.
Village Dispensary.
Oh, yeah, Village Dispensary.
Where
You just did
every
an ad
day
for
is
that.
a special day.
Yes.
That's why I brought that one up. I heard you earlier.
So yeah, they're starting to come back on again, and we've sent out Facebook messages to everybody. We've sent out texts to our friends, so hopefully everybody will start doing it and thinking about, since it's the giving time of the year, they will start thinking about giving for Freezin For Funds.
Who was the salesperson on this?
A lot of us.
Her and Craig, you know Craig.
Yeah,
he's very.
Craig can't. Do you want a job? Do you want to? I know you do like 8,000 things.
She's got 6 jobs.
You know, I mean, if you only want to add on to
just add another
that
one.
huge plate there. But with that being said, I think it's huge to point out too the fact that when people come together, and seeing the pictures, it just seems like it's one of those days like you can really just put everything away and just go and have a true community day. You know, like
fun.
regardless of what's going on out there.
A lot of people just stand around and watch and go, "Oh, look
hell
at these
yeah!
fools
Why
in it."
wouldn't you?
Are you
That's
crazy?
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
There's more people watching than
That's what I would
participating.
think.
Absolutely.
No, how many dunked their heads under the water last
We
year?
think about 30 to 40. Oh, dunk
No,
their
no,
heads.
Oh,
no. 2
God
to
damn!
5.
Well, I was about.
So-
Probably 5.
Craig's son, for sure.
Yeah.
He did, I don't know, last year or the year
God.
before.
Jake did it. Yeah.
For sure.
But we probably have about 5 do it. Most people are,
A lot of people
halfway.
go waist. A lot of people will go
I'm pushing
upper
Craig to
thighs.
go past his ankles. Because Craig, he said he went a little further, but I gotta keep my eye on him. I don't know if he really went very far.
Dip that toe in and call it a day.
I'm out.
Oh man, see, I think waist is acceptable. I think that's whenever you can say that you officially
you, like,
completed
officially
it.
did
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where if you've never done it before, then you just get up there and then you do it. Now that I've done it, I'm going to think twice about doing it because I know what it is and what it feels like. So I may reconsider.
Is it worse just to get it over with, or is it?
No, I think you just have to get
You
it.
just
have to do it.
go
Yeah,
right
just-
in there.
And if you have somebody with you, like one year I had, the first year I had Tawnya, she was holding my hand. I'm like, we're just doing it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. And I fell, and
Thelma and Louise,
she
isn't it?
caught me, and she still blames me for getting a little bruise on her, but whatever. And then Trisha, I was with her, and then Mindy. It always helps to have a partner with you. You know,
Get you through
Well,
it.
and like you have to remember that it's a lake, so it's real shallow by the edge, and the
And then all
further
of a
you go,
sudden-
the deeper it gets.
Yeah.
So it takes you a minute to get out to where your waist waste level and stuff. So.
Well, and then too, if you get stuck in the mud or something, you know,
you do have to kind of keep moving. You can't just stand still. Yeah, you'll sink.
And then if you're just tuning in too, and you want to do this, January 3rd is the T-shirt pickup day at Village Hall's Civic Room, or one of the rooms in there.
It's on the side, yeah.
But also, what time does the plunge actually start that day? Is it 10 on the dot?
10 a.m. Yep. We actually just kind of gather everybody around. Most people are there before. They're getting their donut, they're getting their coffee, and then right at 10 a.m. we come down to the lake between 10 and 10:15 usually. Yeah.
And then
it doesn't last very long.
I would hope not. I would hope not.
Yeah, it's over.
And as Mark said too, sometimes the fire department does their water rescue exercises that morning too beforehand. So how cool would that be to go and take a look and see what they're doing to prepare for the the worst case scenario too.
Right.
So always good to see that. And then if you're just tuning in, go to freezingforfunds.com. Look how great Mark did on this website, if I say so myself. Wonderful work, Mark.
Thanks.
And you can just go right over here and either hit the sign up button or scroll down where you can see some more event details. And if you want to sponsor this event, you can register there. You can click to register as a participant, or even just make a donation if you're out of town. Or
then if you scroll down a little bit further, that's the story that Cami just told about how it all happened and how it all came about, if anybody's interested.
And there's some pictures on there. There's also
Yes,
video on there of the past.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
If you go up to the top to the media.
Oh, look at that.
It's pictures and stuff from last year.
Really cool.
It's the donation, and there's pictures of people getting in the water down lower and all that kind of stuff. So it's all fancy.
It looks pretty warm out there.
It was for that. That wasn't the day, though. So.
Oh, here's the video.
Yeah,
Is this the actual?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look how handsome.
Really cool. Man, I love this. And it's just like you said, I mean, for everybody to come together on a cold day, too. I mean, because no one wants to get out of the house, really. I don't. If it's cold, do not call me. Do not ring the phone.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a wonderful opportunity for folks to come together and just have some fun. And with that being said, what else are we forgetting about?
I just want to thank you for letting us come on again.
Absolutely.
You've always been supportive of us to
no
talk
problem.
about the event and get it on, so I appreciate you, CJ.
No problem. Mark, anything left?
Nope, I think we covered everything.
There we go. What are you guys cooking tomorrow?
I just have to show up and bring a side. I don't.
Good
have to do
for
the big
you!
stuff. Yes.
I'm actually doing the turkey. So.
Now are you a deep fry, or what do we do?
I'm brying it for 24 hours and then oven for however long it is. I think there's 24-pound one this year. So
good for you, man. That's the way to do
It's
it.
delicious.
I always love watching the people that have never cooked like even macaroni before, and they think they can deep fry a turkey.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Yep. By the way, the local fire department will be working tomorrow too. If you guys have some cooking problems, 911.
In case you're deep frying.
6 feet away from the house at least.
Yeah.
At 9:41, we'll take a quick break. Freezingforfunds.com. We'll see you at 10 a.m. January the 4th at Glazebrook Park.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. I should have died out a long time before. Have pity on a dinosaur. Hand me my hat. Excuse me, man. Where's the door?
Alrighty, 9:44. Welcome back. Hey, while I have you, wanted to come back and just say, hope you guys are getting ready for a good Thanksgiving. And if you guys need anything to do this weekend, the Weekend Go Guide will be going out at probably like 15 minutes or so whenever we play this tape. But a lot of stuff to do this weekend. There's so many bands playing, so many things to go do. So if your family's in town, show them what Alton has to offer in the 618. You know, there's a lot to do. So go and utilize it. Plus, I believe Porch Cafe's playing tonight at Roper's for their Blackout Wednesday party too. So why don't we do this? Yesterday, Pastor Allen joined us to fill us in on an open house at Alton Grace United Methodist Church, and I want you to hear about it a little bit more. Pastor Alan Abert, how are we doing?
We're doing well, thank you, and thanks for having us this morning.
Well, and I mean, guys, I'm getting good at this remembering thing. I remembered how to spell your last name. I didn't even need to ask.
You even pronounced it right.
I'm telling you.
Because there are two pronunciations. There's the German from Eastern Madison County, and then the one from that we respond to. So, so good for you.
Well, I'm always love chatting with you, and really glad to talk about the Alton Grace United Methodist Church's open house. We talked about it last year, but this year, again, some really great stuff, including a snowball fight.
Yeah, I'm surprised that made it in. Yes, I was notified on Sunday that we're going to have Alton's first indoor snowball fight. So right now, and all I know is they've ordered a couple of cases of snowballs. And so how are they going to execute this? I have no idea. But you know what? That's the fun of it. The whole idea behind this event is just to say, hey, community, we're here. We had our first one last year. The place was jammed, so we said, let's do it again. So
well. And I've said this, as a St. Mary's boy, there is no more beautiful church than Alton Grace United Methodist Church. I really mean that. It is so beautiful to look at.
Well, thanks. In fact, we just celebrated November 14th, the 144th year of that building. The church actually began as a German church way back in 1839, I guess. And so and they were over on Union. After a fire demolished that, then they rebuilt, and they built this for I think an amazing price of $4,300, right?
Wow.
For that building. And so it has been there.
Wow.
And for a long time, it showed its age, but it has been brought back. And so we're excited to be part of the 7th and Henry community.
Yeah, it's really just a great look, and honestly, that is the postcard photo. If you want one for Alton, I think that is a good one.
Well, this guy Pfeifenberger, who was a well-known architect way back in the 1800s, right? His name is still all over the design of that building.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, and honestly, I think it's a great way, especially at the start of December, and it's weird to have the first Sunday in December, or not the first, December the 8th be the second Sunday already, is what I mean, because, man, it just seems like this one's going to really fly by.
Well, I woke up, last Sunday morning and said, hey, next Sunday is the first Sunday of Advent, which is December 1st, right? So when Thanksgiving, it's kind of funny, when these holidays seem to get pushed back a little bit later. Thanksgiving is a week later this year than it was last year. So that really compresses an already compressed time. So
good, because I thought I was going crazy. I'm not going to lie. I was like having a meltdown.
No, you should come to church and let yourself decompress at Alton Grace.
That's right.
There you go. That's what we're really good at during the holiday season.
Well, and what I think's great too is that you guys have adapted to newer technology and times changing, and you're on Facebook too. And I think that that's perfect for maybe somebody that's newer to town that wants to check out churches with a little, maybe a little nervous?
That's actually how how a couple of our newer members found us.
Really? Yeah.
COVID pushed us all into that position.
Yeah.
And so that's how we came to understand a little bit of the technology of being able to remain connected. And so we do our best. And so we broadcast on Facebook. We've got people who will tell us from Florida. People will tell us from Southern Illinois. People will tell us from Pennsylvania that they're watching us on Sunday morning. So it's a great way to get the message out in the community for sure.
That is so cool. On Sunday, December the 8th from 1:30 to 3:30 at 702 Henry Street, you are invited to the open house. Take me through the nativity scenes.
This is kind of interesting. What I have discovered as pastor in small churches, we're talking about the other small church that I have up in Elsa, is that when you study it, there's a huge amount of history. And it's all about the families, right? It's all about the people who came together and have lived in that sense of community all these years. So you get all these stories and all these collections. And so one of the ideas we had last year in introducing this is that give it a bit of a historical touch. And so we asked members to bring their family nativity sets.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a story behind several of them. And then one of our donors who allows us to borrow hers has pieces from all over the world. And so this set will probably have between 60 and 100 different nativity sets. It's really kind of neat to look at. We also this year have added pictures and stories from church families.
That's so cool.
So those that are interested in the history of Alton can, come see the building itself for the open house, and then we'll have on display some of the history as well as this live snowball fight.
How many nativity sets do you project?
Last year we had about 70 or 75.
Whoa!
So I'm not quite sure how many we'll have this year.
Gosh, dang!
So I'll err to the low side, maybe 60. If we're really lucky, maybe 100. I don't know.
I think that there is nothing prettier than some of those nativity sets.
Well, and people have them stored in their homes.
Oh, yeah.
You buy one, you collect it, you put it away, you forget you have it, right? And so a lot of these have come out of people's closets, and they blow the dust off and come set them up. So like our quilt show that we have at Elsa during those festival days, the family stories come out. And those are the stories that keep small churches like Alton Grace going.
100%. Well, and honestly, it's one of those things that make it a reason for people, new arrivals to Alton or folks that are trying their faith again to show up and join.
Especially people who are seeking small community.
Gosh, yeah.
To come in and the thing that people have told me when they've come in the door is that they immediately feel welcomed. There's not an inquisition.
Right.
There's not come join us and how much money do you want to give us or how much work can you do. It just come sit and so we pretty much have ourselves set up as a welcoming church. So anybody can just come in and be accepted and welcomed and loved just for who they are every Sunday morning.
Well, and I think it's so important for that, seriously, because without that, especially right now, it doesn't matter. I'm not even talking about, national news. It's just life. Like you said, this month is going to just jam up and to be about 2 weeks. It's going to feel like it's over.
Right.
And we're celebrating 2025, but there's also a lot of things that people are worried about and nervous about. Go to church.
Well, that's what we tried to do during the pre-election period through the teaching and preaching was to kind of try to alleviate some of the concerns because of all the media pressure that's, I'm here using the media, but we're talking about media pressure that has created those 100%. Environments, right? But I really think, and you even see it in Alton, we have an election coming up next spring, and all of a sudden we have a divergent set of opinions that are running out there.
Get ready for January, folks. Strap in.
And so, So you work to have all this sense of community built, and then we go back into our divisive corners again, right?
Well, and see, I think that, church is so good for so many things, but the one thing I think it's perfect for right now is it's okay to shake somebody's hand that has a different opinion than you do. And when you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like gone is the day in my generation where you and your neighbor could think differently and still have a beer together.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And there's something so powerful about, offering that sign of goodwill, that peace at church, that peace offering. And it really brings that together that, hey, we're just people.
Well, it's no secret. In the United Methodist Church, there's been a huge disagreement. We would call it a family fist fight over the question question of human sexuality.
Oh, yeah.
And what we really came to conclusion is at these three churches, we have one in Hartford, Alton, and Elsa, his leadership team just said, oh, look, let's just make our primary focus one thing, and that's our focus on Jesus Christ and being the hands and feet, and everything else out of that is just conversation, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how we've been kind of moving ourselves forward, and that's how we bring ourselves to this event at Alton on
wonderful.
the 8th. Is to come and join us in the Methodist tradition of having food, because we can never meet without eating something. Last year there was lots of great food, so there'll be food. We have one of our pianists will be playing Christmas music for a couple of hours in the sanctuary. So
and photos with Santa.
Oh yeah, how can we forget?
Gosh dang, we're on the naughty list.
Not only Mr. Santa, but Mrs. Santa is going to be there to keep Mr. Santa online, right? So yeah, so they will be there, and so there's photos and opportunity for and this is also this is not a recruitment event. This is just when we invite the families in. It's family friendly. It's a safe environment. Come in, get your picture taken with Santa, and have something to eat and say hello.
Well, and honestly, guys, I really do encourage you, because I think this would be a really cool opportunity, especially on a Sunday. You know, you're kicking off your Christmas month. It's going to be, technically, because this week your family's probably in, you're recovering from Thanksgiving, start of Advent, so a little bit slowed down. But on December the 8th, you're going to have an opportunity to go step inside Alton Grace United Methodist Church for an hour, 2 hours, then take a stroll to Duke's, go call it a good day, and just go for a little walk around the neighborhood.
We love being the neighbor of Duke Bakery. That's one of the great things. But we're also taking this a little bit a step further.
Please.
That on the 18th of December, which is I believe a Wednesday night, 6 o'clock in the evening, we're going to have an event, because we decorate our churches.
Yeah.
And we do it, and we come to church on Sunday, but we don't really get the full effect of that nighttime stuff. So we're going to come together on the 6th, and we're going to be able to come in and see the building decorated in its entirety. And it's what we call our carols and cookies night, where you come. We're going to sing Christmas songs. We're going to eat great cookies and have, I'm just going to call it Rebecca's Famous Punch will be there. And so it's just come as you are, again, another community thing to.
This is so cool.
Come sit and enjoy. So
this is awesome. Well, and as the month of December starts, what's the message sound like at the church?
Well, the message is that we are sitting as a church in anticipation.
Yeah.
Right? And it's, as I mentioned this past Sunday, we're sitting in anticipation of the second coming of Christ. And so rather than focusing, as we do at Easter, on the season of resurrection, we're focusing on the season of the birth and all the events leading up to that. So and you always have the secondary thoughts of hope, joy, peace. And as you're looking for messages of affirmation and encouragement, finding hope, finding joy, finding peace. Peace of all things, right, is what we're after. So those are the central messages that you'll find during the next 4 weeks at that church.
This is incredible. You got a moment to stick around? Come back and chat for a few more minutes?
Sure.
Take a quick break, come back with more right after this.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. What are your Thanksgiving plans, Pastor?
We have all of our family coming to our house Thanksgiving Day. Thanks for asking. So we're cooking. So we have 3 grandsons and my 2 daughters and their husbands and significant others. So it's going to be a good time. So
what's your Thanksgiving meal of choice?
Of choice?
Yeah, if you had the pick.
Well, I'll follow tradition. You know, it's a turkey with traditional stuff. So,
there you go. Okay.
We've done it a couple of different ways over the years, and we've done some outside catering, and we just have a good time doing all the cooking and prepping. Right. So tomorrow, my 3 grandsons are off school, so they're going to be over working with Grandma to do some of the side dishes early, so that's the fun stuff. And how about you?
You know, honestly, I'm a dressing guy.
Okay.
I just, that and green bean casserole. That's all I need in my life.
Which one of the green bean casserole?
Ooh, see, that's a good point. I like it with the onion.
Fried onion,
yeah. That's the way I like it. Yeah, soup? I got to have it that way.
So it's super traditional.
Yeah, really traditional.
Don't deviate, right?
No, not with that. Otherwise, I talk about it on the show.
So I saw this thing the other day. So if you're not going to have turkey, what's
So I got the answer to this.
Okay.
All right. If it's not turkey, I'm fine with the ham, but hear me out here. Just cook up some nice steaks. Let's call some strip steaks and call it a day, What about you?
I would love that idea, but I think that bucking tradition.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
and you're a young guy, so you have a lot of years to recover from that. I don't. So no, we have turkey and ham, and then we'll have some of the stuff with it. So
I love
it's
this,
fun
man.
stuff.
Well, and if you guys are just tuning in now, Alton Grace United, get over here, Methodist Church, is going to be ready for their open house Sunday, December the 8th, 1:30 to 3:30, 2 hours of stopping by and seeing over 60 different nativity scenes. And really, I just think these are the coolest. Nativities are so beautiful.
Yeah.
And some of the ways that they used to be made, too, are just very intricate. Is there any one last year that kind of stuck out in your mind?
I really don't remember because it was happening so fast, right?
Well, I'm sure because you got all these people in front of you, too.
I know that we had, we have the Hedger Hall in the back, and then we have the sanctuary. We had tables that were just lined.
No kidding.
From the sanctuary out in there, so there were quite a few.
How long do the photos with Santa last? All 2 hours?
All 2 hours, yeah. Yeah.
And
we have a special contract with Santa, so he gives us the full 2 hours for that one.
And then, do parents need to bring their own, take them with their phones, or
they can? Absolutely.
And then, really cool. So there's not like a digital.
There's not a digital thing. You don't have to worry about paying for a package.
That's perfect.
Come in, plop them on the laps, take the phone, and away you go. So we're good.
Now, how does the snowball fight work?
I don't know. See, you're as the pastor. Sometimes your building trustees will do things and not tell you. So I was just told as I walked into church on Sundays that part of this celebration is going to be an indoor snowball fight. And I'm watching the weather forecast. I'm saying, well, we might have a half an inch of snow if it gets really cold. How are we going to do this? And then, of course, how are you going to keep the building clean? Well, then he fessed up, and so he's got 2 cases of 50 of these artificial snowballs. So it could be they put me up in the pulpit and just kind of like a donkey.
That's
tank,
what I thought.
Hit the pulpit.
That's exactly what I thought.
It may be that they just turn them loose in the sanctuary. I really don't know, but it's definitely going to be something interesting enough to stop in and check it out for sure.
Well, 100%. And Pastor, before I let you go, is there one church member that makes the best cookie?
Why do you do that?
See, I know the hard questions.
The answer is that they're all great.
Oh, you're too good.
Every one of them. And if you're a pastor for very long, you don't generate the pastor's pooch that you get by discriminating against any of the cookies. So and it's all three churches. I'm telling you, all the cookies are great.
I love this, man. Hey, we got to get you guys to Alton Grace United Methodist Church's open house Sunday, December the 8th from 1:30 to 3:30, 702 Henry Street in Alton. We'll link everything on RiverBender.com. Anything else before I say goodbye for now?
Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, sir. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap up the Tuesday that was right after this one.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today. You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
All righty, here we go. 10:08. Welcome back, Daily show smacking you in the face on a Blackout Wednesday. Ready for another great conversation. St. Louis Shakespeare Festival is presenting Christmas Carol, the remix, and we got Tom Ridgely on the Zoom call now. I like saying that better than on the line. It sounds a little bit more fluent, on the Zoom call. Tom, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. Is Blackout Wednesday what they call today?
There's a couple of different terms here in Alton, but Blackout Wednesday was the most appropriate for the broadcast today.
I love it. People are going to go out and have a good time tonight. Is that the idea?
Yes, Uber and Lyft, by the way. Use your rideshare services or a local designated driver, too. Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm glad you brought that up so I could disclaimer that after I led that in. Tom, good morning. James and I were talking a little bit about the Christmas Carol remix, and it sounds really, really cool. Fill me in on this.
It's awesome. I mean, it is it's a musical, very contemporary hip hop inspired musical version of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And, there's the whole thing is sung, rapped, danced through. I mean, it's just brilliant because it's so fresh and funny, but it also is the story of A Christmas Carol, which is just so moving and uplifting and just never gets old because we're always hoping that there's a chance that we can start again and do things over. And they've really done it with this. It was a big hit up in Chicago for like 10 years, and it was down here last year, a big hit for us, so we brought it back.
This is incredible. And you know what I think's great about the Christmas Carol? We're all, in a way, Scrooge at some point in the Christmas season. It's not like we're full on Ebenezer, but we're getting a little grouchy, maybe a little bitchy, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, that moment hits you, and it's like it always connects with me because I feel like we all get in that point. But you guys started yesterday, correct?
Yeah, it was our first show, sold out. People loved it.
No way.
Great energy.
So take me through that. What were the audience's reactions to it? Did you get some feedback?
Oh, yeah. I mean, people walking out just grinning ear to ear. That was so much
that
fun.
That is the feedback,
they're just smiling and laughing the whole time. Because the thing is it's like getting shot out of a cannon. These 4 actors, dancers, singers, they just start and it doesn't stop for 85 minutes. And it's just rhyme after rhyme after rhyme after joke after little Tim, Scrooge. It's just a beautiful, beautiful story. So people were surprised, I think, more than anything. Like, wow, that was something like you've never seen before.
Well, and how is the remix able to, and these new adaptations, with some new, songs and some new things going on there to it with some modernization, does it flow well with the original concept of A Christmas Carol, or are there some abrupt changes to it?
I mean, it's amazing because it both is exactly A Christmas Carol, like all the same moments, all the same stories. It's identical. Like they've kept everything. They've just updated it.
That's incredible.
And made it feel fresh and contemporary and not like this, this old-timey sort of Victorian England kind of world. It feels like St. Louis in 2024. But the human part of it, which is just that idea of like, oh man, like I regret some of my choices, some of the roads I've taken. I wish I could go back and say I was sorry or do things over. I mean, we all have those experiences.
I wish I wouldn't have missed the Tucker.
Live that out. Says, oh, you can. It's never too late.
I wish I wouldn't have missed the Tucker exit. I wish I wouldn't have driven on Market Street and ruined my car. All those things. No, I'm just kidding. But
you can get a do-over.
Tom, I love the fact that this is really brought back to life and really just energized this story because it's one of those where I love to see new generations' takes on things. And we're at this point now where the Metro East area, and I don't know about you guys in the St. Louis portion, but over here in Alton and Edwardsville and all these places, man, we have like a renaissance of really great artists and entertainers and performers. Like it's really, really unique to see. And over in St. Louis, I'm sure it's no different.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I think we had some time on our hands. I think more than anything, we're just looking around and thinking things can be different. Things can be better. Let's imagine it for a second. Let's create something that is a little bit better than what we see when we're just kind of going through our days. So, I mean, that's what artists do.
Right.
They sort of do that kind of imagining for us and put it up there and say, oh, it could be like this if we wanted it to be.
So take me through where we can see this at. Where's the venue?
It's in Grand Center. We're just like a block east from the Fox or the Symphony or Jazz St. Louis. It's at a place called the Dotsack Theater, which is just, like I said, 2 blocks east of Grand. And it's great. There's a restaurant that's attached to it called Turn by David Kirkland. So you can come early and have dinner. He's doing like a special holiday menu. There's a bar. You can come have a drink. The show's short. It's only 85 minutes.
Oh, nice.
No intermission.
God love you.
Right?
Because you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes those get a little bit too long and it's like, how do we block this out? And I think it's honestly, it creates a perfect date night really for so many couples and honestly just friends to go out and have fun in the holiday season.
Totally. It's great. Yeah. To grab, friends, family, loved ones. There was a group of like 10 people there last night. I don't know who they were, but they, really got a gang together to come down and check it out. And yeah, there's plenty of time to, grab a drink before or go out, grab a bite after and talk about it. That's what it's really about, is like, and just a chance to get together this time of year with folks you haven't seen for a while, do something fun, fresh, new, exciting.
And
make a night of it.
Well, and 100%. And with that too, I didn't realize that the music on this is actually by an acclaimed composer.
Yeah, if you've seen the show The Bear, this guy's racking up Emmys for the music on that show. But it's by this group out of Chicago called the Q Brothers, and they cut their teeth doing these hip hop adaptations of Shakespeare because they saw all the connections between the rhyme and the rhythm and these sort of epic stories. Sometimes funny, sometimes wild, and the hip hop culture. And so they did that, a bunch of different versions of those, and then tried their hand at Dickens. And honestly, I think it's the smartest, best adaptation that they've done.
Well, and honestly, it's got to be done in a way that, you got to almost be perfect when you're adapting this because so many people know the story that you could really go on a detour here. And that's a really big testament to this. But I got to ask you, there's something in this prep sheet, man, that is just like sticking to me. What? There's a DJ on stage.
Yeah, the whole thing is mixed live by a DJ.
This is incredible.
It's 2 turntables and 4 microphones. There's 4 MCs in this show. That's it. 5 people on stage making the whole story happen. But you're so right. The fact that people know it makes it even more fun because you get the story.
Right.
You get everything that happens to Scrooge happens in this. But you get that version and you get their twist on it at the same time. So that you get the familiar and the sort of the new surprising all at once. And that's what's really fun about it.
How much do tickets cost?
They start at $35, but we're doing pay what you can tonight. If you want to come out, if you want to start your Blackout Wednesday early.
There we go.
You can start it with us. But there's lots of different versions. You can get a table, which is a nice kind of like VIP experience if you want, or you can just grab one of the general admission seats. Lots of different options. You can add on the dinner if you want. You can make it a package deal.
There's a for parties of 4 with those table packages, it has a complimentary Schlafly 6-pack in there too. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Get a 6-pack of beer. And there's a bar there too that's got wine and mixed drinks. So whatever your poison is.
There you go. And honestly,
you got it.
I didn't realize how many people the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival, reached every year. I mean, this is incredible. 50,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, Shakespeare in the Park is huge. It's been around 25 years. It's free. It's one of the biggest festivals between either coast.
Wow.
We've had the largest audiences for Shakespeare anywhere in the world. Beautiful night in June, a Saturday, Friday, weekend night. We can have 5,000-6,000 people out there. And that's not happening in New York or
Hell
London
no, it ain't. Well, and that's what I think. This is why I love talking to folks in St. Louis and the St. Louis area too, on both sides, man. Because we're getting to this point where we're all starting to realize we don't need to fly to New York and LA to be successful. We have some really great scenes and spots right here that we can bring that national spotlight to, like you guys are doing.
Yeah, especially theater. With the Shakespeare Festival and the Muni and the Fox and the Rep and Stages and the Black Rep. I mean, it's just there's so much really high quality theater in St. Louis.
How long have you been with Shakespeare, the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival?
Since 2018.
Wow. Take me through your time.
Yeah.
What's your time been like with it?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, like I said, St. Louis is a theater town.
Yeah.
There's culture, there's history that is tough to beat. And so we've been able to try all sorts of just wild new things. I mean, we started taking a touring Shakespeare in the Park show all around. We go to Edwardsville.
Yep.
We'd love to get to Alton.
Yep.
But we go to East St. Louis and Belleville. We're trying to get all over the metro area because, once you get a taste of this, it's just, you get hooked.
What I think's hilarious too, man, is like we act like we're like 800 miles apart sometimes. It's like, man, I got to drive all the way over to St. Louis. It's like, dude, it's quicker to get to St. Louis than it is to get to Collinsville from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're
it's
so
quicker
close.
to get to Collinsville than it is to get to, I don't know, Chesterfield.
Eureka, name it.
Right, yeah.
But Tom, take me through the cast before I let you go, because I want to make sure we give them the love and praise if it's cool, and make sure we can shout them out for our news write-up.
Yeah, well, directed and choreographed by Steph Paul, written by the Q Brothers Collaborative. It's starring Vic, Maya, Mo, Mel, and Ryan Armstrong, who's a St. Louisan from out in the county. Grew up, born and raised here, moved to Chicago, has been killing it up there for a while. Worked on this original production at Chicago Shakespeare Theater, but this is sort of his hometown homecoming, and he's playing Scrooge.
That's
so
awesome.
He gets to go on the ride, and he's really incredibly
Man,
talented.
that's incredible. That's really good for him, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Before I let you go, is there one point in the show that you're going to tell people to kind of keep an eye out for? Is there one teaser you can give us before I say so long on this Blackout Wednesday?
There's a surprise that comes towards the end, and every night it's different. It's never the same twice. So that is the beauty and the fun of live theater right there. It's an actor on a tightrope without a net, and it's pretty cool to watch.
Awesome, man. Hey, Tom, thank you so much for your time. I hope all goes well. This is going to run. When does the shows end?
Through the 22nd. So right up until
yeah.
Christmas, essentially.
There you go. Go have some fun. What's the website so we can get our tickets?
stlshakes.org.
There we go. Tom Ridgely, thank you so much for your time. The Christmas Carol, A Christmas Carol, the remix. I do get paid to do this job by the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival. Tom Ridgely joining us by Zoom. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show on your Blackout Wednesday morning on Roku TV and RiverBender.com right after this one.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Got a song, I ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends when I go round in circles. When they fly high like a bird up in the sky. When they go round in circles.
little Mac right here. Sorry, we're talking about my presidential portrait. I am running for office in 2054.
Get ready.
Get ready. God love us all if we even make it that far, you know. Even 2025 seems so long away, you know?
That's future Lacey's problem.
That's right. Oh, 100 years ago, what the hell were we doing, Lacey?
We were watching or performing in a flying circus, CJ.
Really? We had flying circuses that long ago?
Yeah. That's actually when they existed. The early 20s was like the heyday because there were so many planes that were manufactured during World War I. And then the government sold off the surplus, and a lot of veterans, military veterans, knew how to fly them, so they could buy them for cheap. And then that's how barnstorming and flying circuses came about. And
I am an idiot. I literally thought flying circus meant trapeze artist.
Oh!
And I was like, because I thought, you know, like, I didn't really take into account the dangerousness of a trapeze artist without a safety net and the night. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
all
God, that was super, super
But
dangerous.
this is even more dangerous because you're flying an airplane through a barn and doing flips and things in a 1924 airplane.
Yes, but I don't know if I would choose a flying trapeze with no safety nets over a barnstorming
Because in the plane, you're going to explode. You aren't going to feel it. I mean, if you crash...
That's true.
I mean, 9 times out of 10. Now, if you do feel you had a really bad day and you made someone angry. But like a trapeze artist, you were feeling at least a couple of crunches before it ends.
Yeah, I think I would go with the plane.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you're right. What would you guys do? Would you rather go in a plane crash or a trapeze meltdown? That's what we'll call it.
So your would you rather for the day, historical would you rather. But yeah, so, and you're right, because there were things that said flying circus, and when I first looked at it, I didn't know that it was plane related. Like I saw Joe Lawrence Flying Circus coming to town, and I had to do research to figure out what that even was, because in the early 20s, I don't know if a lot of people know this, in the early 20s there were almost no photographs in the newspaper. So that's why a lot of the photos that I put in these articles are from other sources like the Library of Congress. And every once in a while they'd have a photo, but generally not until the late 1930s, early 1940s.
Now, what did they do to capture somebody's attention? Was it the font that they would use and like the way, you know what I'm saying? Because the photo is what captures our attention now, but what was it in the 1920s and or before that? What was the attention grabber? Was it the headline? Was it the letters? Was it a different
I think it was the headline, and also like on here I have an ad for the Flying Circus that has different sizes of fonts. Some of them are bold. Also, there'd be like a picture on the front page sometimes. Like when Calvin Coolidge won, they put a picture of Calvin Coolidge on the front. I mean, they got photographs from like the national news sources sometimes. It just, I don't know when the earliest photographer for the Telegraph was hired, but I do know that Robert Grahl was hired in 1937. So that's when our collection really starts. Him and Lee Hepner and some other early photographers we have stuff for, but not until the early 1930s.
Well, and by the way, whoever wrote on this photograph of Lillian Boyer has terrible handwriting. I was like trying to figure it out, and it took me a little bit. Must have been a doctor.
Right.
So the Joe Lawrence Flying Circus, how long were they in existence before they came to the 618?
You know what? I had a hard time finding anything about them other than when they were here. I know
it was a pop-up.
It was a pop-up flying circus. Yeah, so I read something that said that both the pilot and the wing walker, the guy doing the tricks, were from Missouri. But I think it was kind of a local show. So there were also a lot of people that did these stunts and did the flying that kind of went from flying circus to flying circus. It wasn't like you were just in one for your whole career. A lot of people in this, and like specifically this kind of 5-year period, maybe 5 to 7 year period, because in 1925, the federal government started making rules about aviation. So there was this,
rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. That is not a complaint.
Did you see that woman in the like the 60s or 70s and like it was Louisiana, like a local news station, and the guy was asking drivers how they feel about seatbelt laws.
Oh no! I've seen
my
those.
God! And this woman's like, "What are they going to do next? Not make us drink and drive? This is a communist country we're getting to." You know, I'm just dying. But it's like, you know, like that's what I thought of immediately was you going, and then they just had to go and put regulations in for flying.
We could still be having fun.
God dang it! I wish I could smoke on those damn planes.
I'm so sorry, CJ.
No, it's okay. I know. Pardon my language, by the way. I shouldn't have said that. I got in trouble for that. The other listener got upset. A couple of people got upset.
What did you say?
It wasn't me. It was a guest.
Oh, okay.
I'm normally pretty good.
Yeah,
I just say, like, I always go with the FCC approved words.
I think that's legit. What else
Typical.
are you going to do?
No, it wasn't me. And to be fair, it got a little bit raunchy. I'm not gonna like. I will totally like. I fell on the sword. I got to. Like, what do you do? You're like, you're right. I failed as a host that day. I did not do my job.
Well, but you also can only do. I mean, you can control yourself.
I could have, I guess, muted the mic or hit the bleep button. I do have one of those things.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I get too out of control.
Easy. I don't want to hear none of that. No, but it was very, very warranted criticism. Constructive.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Just like the guidelines for aviation in 1925.
Abruptly stopped by a rant. Hundreds of people gathered on the Alton riverfront to watch it. Hundreds or thousands?
Okay, so the Flying Circus came to town. They did a performance in South Roxana on this field, Hugh F. Pogue's field. Okay. And then to get everybody excited about the next several performances, they did a demonstration flying under the Alton Bridge, or attempting to fly under the Alton Bridge. So, yeah, hundreds of people came to watch. It was at 12:30 on a Thursday, so if you weren't doing something else, you went down to the river to watch this. So there was a pilot and then a guy on top of the plane, like just standing on top of the plane. And the pilot was William F. Spencer. The stuntman was Roy Johnson. And in order to fly under the bridge, they only had about 4 feet of clearance.
Wow.
On either, well, not even on either side, 4 feet of clearance like the whole thing. So if they went straight through the middle, it would be 2 feet under and 2 feet over the plane. Yeah. So they started at Riverfront Park, flew part of the way down the river, up the river, so they could turn around and have like a straight shot under the bridge.
Okay. Now, question here.
Yes.
Were the people in attendance hoping for a crash?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know, like people that watch NASCAR, half of the people in those stands aren't looking to see you win the race. You know, they're looking to see you leaving a stretcher. Was that kind of the way? Like, was there like any verbiage that would indicate in the Telegraph at the time that people were there to see some destruction?
No, the Telegraph was pretty good at like not making it sound like people were awful. But I mean, I'm sure there were people like that because
we did talk about a kid that put firecrackers in someone's pocket and blew it.
Yeah, it's very much not like people used to be better than they were.
No,
like,
I feel like,
right.
You know, like, were they going with the intent like, oh, wow, this is going to be really cool to see their skill? Or were they like, oh, my God, we got to see if this guy actually lives,
I bet that there were people with both of those thoughts. Yeah, and I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird
absolutely.
thought.
I don't know of anyone like taking bets on whether or not.
Like, that's what I'm getting at. Like, was there like a letter to the editor?
There was
down
not a letter to the
1,500
editor.
after a successful flying circus.
You've seen them in action now. What do you bet they'll make it under the bridge? No, I'm very confident because there was. I mean, we talked about this before. There was like a lot of underground stuff, shady stuff going on in Alton's history.
Oh,
so
totally.
It's not like they weren't taking bets on it. I just don't have proof that they were. So
we were pretty good about being off the record.
Very
as a
good.
city for a long time.
Very good about being off the record, and I feel like
still
that was.
Are.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I think for the most part, we still
Yeah. I think that a lot of stuff everybody just kind of like knew about and they didn't put it in the newspaper.
Just like now, people still know. It's just a matter of like, is it officially out there?
Right. Which is like very difficult for historians because then you have to read between the lines and the lines aren't always there.
Well, and then that's where it's like the bias, quote unquote, comes in 20 or 30 years later because it's like, well, it wasn't officially out there. It was just said by such and such. You also said this and this. And then they were with, Johnny Boy Smith, 14 years prior to that. It's just all crazy.
Well, and also then you fall into the trap of thinking that things were better in the past because things aren't being said.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just because you don't know the stuff that isn't being said in the past. You only know the stuff that isn't being said now.
Yeah, what was that like? There's always a saying, like, for every national news story, there's like 100 that are just like it, that are right down the street from you, and you just don't know. There's some weird saying. Anyway, so how long does the air show last?
Oh, okay, wait. Are we talking about the air show on the field? Oh, I guess I need to finish talking about
duh. I am doing a bad job today. Sorry, I got Thanksgiving. It is holiday break. I am I'm officially in relaxation mode.
No, if people are watching the show, they know that there are going to be detours,
It's
and then
the
we
weave.
go back to the story.
It's the weave.
So they went down the river, they turned around, they were flying towards the bridge, and just before, so they had to be right above the river surface, and the wheels started to strike the water, and the pilot tried to get the plane up so that the wheels wouldn't strike the water, but when that happened, and he lowered to the proper height again, water got in the gearing. So the plane took a nosedive. Johnson, who was on top, was thrown off. And Spencer, the pilot, stood in the cockpit calling for help because the plane was in the water.
Help! Help!
Yeah, and Deputy Coroner C.N. Streeper, so they had the coroner there.
Oh my God.
Who was in a motorboat, going along with the plane. He was definitely there by the bridge. But I think he must have been going along with the plane, immediately rescued Spencer, but Johnson was buried under the plane in the water because it had he'd gotten thrown off. The plane drifted on top of him. I mean, it's a small plane. It's not like a huge passenger plane, but legit. I mean, it's like having a car on top of you. So he was rescued. Both men were uninjured, but I saw an article the next day that Roy Johnson was very sick and wasn't able to perform, so they brought in a new performer for the next show. But he had apparently never been in water above his shoulders before.
Oh, and he's in the Mississippi River.
So he's in the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go in the Mississippi River, and I'm an okay swimmer. So.
Oh, that was back when it was the real nasty Mississippi River. Oh, God.
Yeah, another thing with no regulations at the time.
Oh my God, that's right. Amen.
And so it said the only thing that kept him above water until the rescuers arrived was his mad paddling and kicking, and those who saw him said his arms were moving faster than they ever thought a man's arms could move. So the plane had some damage, and here's my favorite part. The announcer on the megaphone assured the crowd that another plane would be brought in and take its place for the next air show. So they just had this accident, and the guy was like, "Don't worry, we'll still have our next show." Luckily, everyone was okay, or that would have been a really morbid announcement.
It totally would have been. So before we take a quick break, we'll come back and talk a little bit more, Lacy. There's a couple of breaking news alerts, one nationally and one locally. For the local section, we'll take you there first. Madison County, the Illinois Department of Transportation has just announced moments ago that starting on Monday, this coming Monday, December the 2nd, the right lane of westbound I-270 over the river will be closed and traffic will be reduced to one lane for the hours of 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. That will affect your Monday commute after Thanksgiving, so just be aware of that. And then our AP story today is that the President-elect's nominees and appointees have been targeted in a violent, quote, violent, un-American fashion with swatting the last 2 hours and some other bomb threats that have been called in. So that's what we're following on the AP side of things on RiverBender.com. So 2 breaking news alerts for you, one locally, one nationally. It's our daily show. More Lacy right after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pins. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh.
Stop. I am like just had enough of these damn news people. How the hell is this news? Okay, I've never even been this mad at our AP before. This is the lead story on our AP, Lacy McDonald. Some of the ocean spray cranberries come from a bog in Massachusetts. More at 9. Are you, like, what do you do with that information?
There will be more coming from the bog at 9.
Right. We're going to be live at 9 from the bog in Middleborough. Like, come on. I saw that. I'm like, how is this? This is what they wasted their time on? You know, this is what Americans want to know right now. Where the ocean spray cranberries come from?
You know what? Maybe they just needed a break from everything else. Today I'm just going to write about bog cranberries. Get away from everything else.
Oh my goodness. I got to find the author of this one. This one's got to be just a peach. Wow. All right, back to flying circuses and Joe Lawrence. The free demonstration was at the bridge.
Yes.
And Roy Johnson, the stuntman.
Yes.
Under the weather the following day.
Yes.
Was it the following day they did this or the same day?
They did this let's see, this was on the 19th, no. The ad was on the 19th. I think it was on like the 20th or 21st. But the upcoming shows were on the 23rd, and then on Thanksgiving, they had a Thanksgiving show. So, okay, yeah, Thursday, November 20th is when they had the demonstration at the bridge. And so then 3 days later, and then 7 days later, a week later, are when they had the other shows that were at the field in South Roxana.
Was South Roxana like a place to be in 100 years ago?
I don't think so. There was a field there. It was empty.
Oh, okay.
Perfect for flight demonstration.
But man, tickets were expensive back then.
Well, I mean...
Honestly, like 25 cents in 1924.
How... Oh, okay, yeah, to see the show. But I mean, they were doing things like the breakaway.
Not really, it'd be $4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
No.
The breakaway is where a man or woman, and there were a lot of women that were stunt flyers also, jumps from a wing end to a rope ladder below the plane. So that is...
Oh, I'm sure someone's definitely died doing that.
Oh, yes. Definitely people have died doing that. But yeah, like this was insane stuff. And then you could get a ride on the plane for $3 or for $1.50 for children under 12. So
there you go.
And this was before like commercial flight was really a thing. So this would be maybe your only chance to ride on an airplane for a period of time. Or see, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there were
It's not that much of a stretch.
Well, there were some articles. It was really funny because they had all these. And that's the part I don't know. I don't know how many people had their own airplane because they had all these articles about like so and so just got their own plane, and then there was one article that was like, there are so many planes now that someday they'll overtake cars, and they meant like in the nearer future than you would. It wasn't like a Jetson sort of thing. It was like 5 to 10 years from now, we'll all be flying planes.
A crop duster to St. Louis, you know?
Yeah.
You'll be parking your crop duster instead of your Ford Focus.
Right. So I don't know if that was their only chance to see a plane.
Huh.
But it was probably their only chance to see a plane doing some of this
Did the crowd like
stuff.
it?
Yes. There weren't a lot of people that came on Thanksgiving, but I feel like you shouldn't really have a Thanksgiving. Well, I mean, I guess that's when people would be off work potentially. But like, it was a really cold and stormy day, and it was Thanksgiving, so they didn't have a big. Yeah. They didn't have a big group. No regulations, TJ. You can do whatever you want.
One of their stunts holding out a 7-iron while you flew through the crowd. Like, that's just amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, what are you writing about this week?
I am writing about a radio show, like all the performances that made up a radio show for Thanksgiving in 1924.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Well, here you go. When we come back, we got Thanksgiving by the numbers like this. Did you know, Lacy McDonald, 46 million. What does that number mean to you?
Is it how many cranberries came out of a bog in Massachusetts?
How many idiots it takes to write one of those articles. Estimated number of turkeys that are killed, butchered for Thanksgiving each year.
What was the number?
46 million.
46 million. Wow, that seems like a
Isn't that terrible? Like, that's why I love doing this, because it really breaks it down into perspective here. Now, here's two more for you, just to tease you. 54% of Americans say they're going to try adding new side dishes this year.
Okay.
And then 100,000. What do you think? That is the questions that are answered by the Butterball Turkey Hotline each November and December.
Oh, okay.
If you didn't take your turkey out already out of the freezer, you're done. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't even worry about calling that poor lady that makes $14 an hour. She does not need to hear about your problems for your Butterball turkey. Just let her have a good day.
Just Google it.
Yeah, that's actually what it was invented for, to help this woman out. 10:54 or 10:45, a little bit of change. God, I need to go home. Daily Show hits you again after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, We're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Hank Williams song. 'Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. I should have died out a long time before.
I just got the greatest email reply ever. I hope you kept some money in the machines for me tonight. That's awesome. Hey, welcome back to our daily show. It is a Blackout Wednesday morning. I played that song already. Hold on. I don't like that. Let me do this. I feel like I failed you. Let me just do this for a second. Welcome back to our daily show. You gotta use a different song, Ben. You know what? Just pretend the last 10 seconds didn't happen now. 10:49. Here is some Thanksgiving by the numbers here. So listen to this. 68% of Americans will have turkey for Thanksgiving, and only 50% of Americans will serve mashed potatoes and stuffing. 41% of Americans will have gravy. Isn't that... See, here's why I find it fascinating. Hear me out. Okay? Think about it. When you think of 50% of America, there's like 250 million Americans, or like 350 million. So that means 150 million people don't have mashed potatoes or stuffing for Thanksgiving. What do you have? What is your substitute for this? What is your starch? I need to know these things. 52% of Americans say that cranberry sauce is their favorite Thanksgiving dish. 83% turkey, 78% mashed potatoes, 77% stuffing. 74% say I'll just take the bread. 65% choose sweet potatoes and yams, and well, that's about it. So the average number of guests for their typical Thanksgiving is roughly 9 people. $150,000. That's the world's most expensive Thanksgiving dinner. 2018, New York City's Old Homestead Steakhouse was the home for that one, man. That would have sucked. $61.17 is the average cost of a 10-person Thanksgiving dinner. I want you to show me that receipt, and I will be waiting here for it. 13% of Americans plan to take out from a restaurant or go out to eat for Thanksgiving. Save the hassle. If you want to eat your typical Thanksgiving meal, which is the average around 4,500 calories, it's going to take you 10 hours to burn it off on a treadmill. How about that? Oh my God, I'm dying today. Hold on. Man. 4 towns in the United States are named Turkey. In 1989 was the year the first turkey was pardoned. And any more fun ones for us before I go into the All-Star Award? 3.1. That's the average number of drinks consumed by men on Thanksgiving. 2.5 is the average number of drinks consumed by women on Thanksgiving. 87% of Americans say they plan to celebrate the holiday. 60% of Americans plan to host or they consider hosting Thanksgiving. 24% say high costs deter them from hosting again next year. $361 is the amount that hosts spend on home decor, food, drinks, the average Thanksgiving feast. 9.5 hours is the average amount of time spent preparing the meal. $17.71, that's the average cost of a 16-pound turkey. $1.2 billion is the amount spent on turkeys alone during Thanksgiving each year. 50% of Americans say they eat leftovers 2 to 3 days after hosting Thanksgiving. 20% of people will take part in a Friendsgiving gathering. And then 61% of Americans believe that Thanksgiving is not a good time to discuss politics with the family. Again, Village Dispensary will get you through that. VillageDispo.com. Place your order today. Let's see. 200 million, a record number of shoppers over the 5-day Thanksgiving period. That happened last year in 2023. 55% of Thanksgiving weekend shoppers say the deals drove them to buy. 49% of people of buying holiday gifts got clothing or accessories. 31% of Thanksgiving shoppers bought toys. And listen to this, $5.6 billion was the amount spent on Thanksgiving in 2023. Thanksgiving entertainment, 1876 was the year the Thanksgiving football tradition began with Yale and Princeton. In 1920 was the first NFL game played on Thanksgiving. And 8,000 people will participate in this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. 15 balloons and balloonicles, 14 parade floats, 12 marching bands, 2 performance groups, 2.5 million people attending, and 45 million people watching. 13% of Americans will primarily fly to their Thanksgiving destinations. 507 is the estimated number of fatalities for traffic fatalities Thanksgiving weekend. Please use an Uber. Don't drink and drive, smoke and drive. Just be sober and get to where you need to go. 57,000 people are seriously injured in Thanksgiving car crashes each year. And in terms of home safety, you have a 4 times higher chance of a home cooking fire occurring on Thanksgiving than any other day of the year. $26 million is the property damage caused by residential fires each Thanksgiving. And as for what Americans are thankful for, 41% of us say family, 33% of us say health, 19% chose life, 8% chose job and money, 7% chose faith, 6% chose basic needs being met, and 5% chose friends. At 10:55, that's Thanksgiving by the numbers. Let's wrap up Blackout Wednesday after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Why, hello there. It's been a long time. All right, hey, welcome back to our daily show. 10:58's the time after that commercial break. Make sure you patronize our sponsors. Hey, this is our final news story of today at 10:59. Dalton Brown has this out of Edwardsville. 4 felony charges have been filed against an Edwardsville man after attacking 2 victims over 60 years old at the Edwardsville Culver's restaurant. Here's what we know. Chadwick Grimm, 50 years of age, of Edwardsville, charged with 4 counts of aggravated battery, each Class 3 felonies, all 4 charges filed in connection to that incident at the Culver's location in Edwardsville. Court documents indicate that while at the restaurant, Grimm forcefully pulled on a victim's seatbelt, causing it to choke her. Additionally, charged with smacking the hand of another victim, causing her to drop her cell phone. Descriptions of the charges state that both victims in the case were 60 years or older. The Edwardsville Police Department presented the case against Grimm, who was ordered to be remanded to jail for his initial court appearance, and Madison County Sheriff's Office records do indicate Grimm has since been granted pretrial release. And please note, all charges based upon probable cause. All right. As God is my witness, I still swear turkeys can fly. I'll see you back here tomorrow for our Thanksgiving show. Alton Little Theater, Take 2 Minutes, and more. Join me for this one. Then on Black Friday, more of our daily show. Have a great weekend. Have fun. Call an Uber. Try your best to stay out of jail.